What funny feeling ended up changing your life? I still have nightmares about the day I got in my truck even though my wife begged me not to. My wife and I were struggling to make ends meet with our jobs, so I decided to work on getting my trucking license because I read online that truckers get paid a lot more than what I was making at my old job. The only downside was that I'd have to be away from my wife and baby for weeks at a time. My wife was super supportive of me, even though I could tell she was crying behind her smiles. She would give me things like one of our baby's socks to take with me, so I had something to hold and think about her. It wasn't easy, but I made the leap. I got my license and drove off for work. For my first route, I had to leave for 2 months. I was a bit outraged that for my first ever route, I immediately had to be gone for so long, but it was whatever. After the first days, I felt all right. I took showers at gas stations, I was able to get some discounts for food, and I had my PlayStation hooked up in the back. It was comfortable, but the isolation was getting to me. I started to have ideations of different things that could happen at night. Me getting my truck stolen, getting kidnapped, and running someone over. I was always scared of running someone over, so I never drove when I was tired. If I yawned after caffeinating, I'd pull over somewhere and take a nap, because I was very aware that one truck could destroy hundreds of lives. One night, I had a nightmare that I got so paranoid of crashing the truck that I drove it off a bridge. That same night, I told my wife on the phone about my dream, and she told me that it was an omen. She told me no. She begged me to not drive the next day because that dream meant that something destructive would happen. I thought that was ridiculous. Who wouldn't? I went back on my route like normal, listened to audiobooks, and was excited to buy a new game for my PlayStation. Then on the highway, I saw a woman. It happened too fast. She was like a blur. She threw herself in front of my truck. I took her life. I got out of my truck shaking, wondering if this was my fault. I called emergency services and it was no contest. The woman was crushed. I was placed in holding for vehicular manslaughter before the police searched her home. Turns out, she had been planning to take her own life and decided that a truck would be the best way to do it. My wife goes to church every day since. I quit my trucking job, and every time I close my eyes, I'm haunted by that woman's mangled body.